Hello, Taurus. This is your March 1st to March 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Bonfire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Yes, Gabby Angus hyphen West, excuse me. And the Secret Language of Color cards by Ina Segal for the support cards. Right, this feels really important to have, so I'm just going to move this to the front over here. Is that the overall? I'm thinking that is. The good and the bad. Which way does that go? No, it does. Okay. Alright, so I'm actually going to flip out the color cards too. I like that color combination. Alright. Got a lot of earth-water feel here. Your overall energy is the Ace of Pentacles trumped by the Ten of Cups, which means I feel like you're feeling really good at this time. You're having this time period is like you're doing well. You're feeling good, you're feeling like things are going as planned, or like you're feeling like I feel like when I'm seeing this, like things are on lock. Whatever that means for you. Like things are stable the way they are. Life happens, but things are still good. I feel like you're very happy with your surroundings. I feel like this is more about family for most people. Granted, as I always say, it's a general read, so you got to add it into your life as it best fits. I really feel like you're having a good time at this time period, which is interesting because I don't feel like it's perfect, but I feel like you're like, you know what, life isn't meant to be perfect, and I was anticipating certain things going on, and that's fine, and I'm still happy, with the way things are going, because I don't know, I feel like you're very happy with how things are going. Now, there's an interesting duality here. We've got the Queen of Coins with High Priestess, but the Queen of Coins decided to come in upside down. That's her. I almost feel like there's a change in method. A change in how you approach something. And while I don't feel like you're typically the one that likes to change how things are done, I feel like you're kind of insisting things are being changed. I feel like it's changed within your parameters. So in other words, I don't really feel like you're usually a big fan of change, but I feel like you're initiating this change because you feel like it's necessary. I don't feel like it's like a whimsical change. I feel like you've been looking at something and thinking it over, and you're just like, I'm going to change it. Interesting how that's coming in, because I feel like you're making the right decision to do that. And you're deciding it needs to change, and it needs to change now, and we're going to do it this way, and this is how it is from now on. Very interesting, because I feel like you're going with your own personal viewpoint. You're very loyal to your own opinion and view of this, and I feel like it's really a smart thing to do, and that's why you're doing it. Alright, as I always go with these lately. Cran, C-Y-A-N, however you say that, I don't even know. Can? It's a bluish color. Build your own confidence. I'm not really feeling like the meaning works for this, but that's okay. Lemon, access, innovative thinking. So this one kind of fits. Like you're being innovative, and you're going with your God center on this. That's what I feel like. You're like pulling, like I'm getting very much solar plexus, following your true will, what you really want to do. I feel like that kind of fits for this one. This one, on the other hand, I'm really feeling like you're kind of... I'm kind of getting like there's like a melding here, like of like talking from the heart. Like I'm kind of getting more of a chakra feel for this one, which is the throat chakra. I'm feeling with the blue, kind of a blue-green feel to this card, kind of like talking from the heart, doing what needs to be done, communicating where necessary. I almost feel like this is more about a heartfelt conversation. I feel like you're changing your viewpoint on something. You're changing your mind. Changing your mind. Not without careful, deliberate, careful thought. Like, it's not a whimsical change. You've thought about this. You've decided this is how it should be done. You're going to do it this way. And it's about a conversation you have to have with someone else. It's very rooted. Like, there's a good reason for this. You've thought about this, and this makes sense to you. This needs to happen. This is going to improve things. I feel like you're kind of like helping someone. You're kind of like you're kind of going their way a bit within your own parameters, and you're considering how they feel and what they want, and you're like, we can do it that way. You're like you didn't come to this decision lightly. You thought it out. You definitely thought it out, and you're going with it. And you're like, all right, but we're going to do it. If we're going to change this way, then that's how we're doing it from now on. There's no flitting back and forth. Then we're going to do it this way. Then, if that's what you want, then we'll do it this way. But that's how we do it from now on. Okay. You got green here for the other side. This is the environment. I feel like this really. I feel like what it's saying is the other person you're talking with also is like accessing their own God center and talking from what they really feel. They're really honest here, and it's very healing for them because I feel like you're making them feel like they matter, like it's not just your way. Like you hear them and you thought things out. Like you're not going to do something on a whim. You're not just going to change it overnight. That's not how you do things. But you'll listen and you'll consider. You did, and you're like, all right, then we can change it, but from now on, this is how we do it. And I feel like it grows the relationship. You become closer. It can be healing. I'm not sure healing is the right word for this. I feel like there's growth here. It makes them feel more valued. Like, I feel like it's very good. It's very good for this relationship. This says revitalize your nervous system. I feel like whoever you're talking to, or whoever you're working with, it just makes them feel more valid. It validates how they feel. It lets them know that they are heard, and how they feel and think is valued and considered. And it's empowering them to make their own decisions going forward. I feel like it's empowering them to look at situations a little differently and seeing their own control and their own effect on life. Okay, life. And that's how it is. I thought something else was going to come out there, but apparently not. Okay. So, it's interesting because this change that you're agreeing to, you're helping initiate, like, I feel like at first it's a little kind of like slow going. Like, the change takes place a little slower, maybe a little slower than the other person wants. But I feel like as it's changing over. Sorry, it's my microwave. I feel like as the changeover is happening, I feel like this other person is kind of like they feel like it's taken too long. It's not, but they feel like it. And it's kind of like this transition kind of feels like a kind of little stagnant moment. And I almost feel like as you're starting to get into it and you're making these changes happen for them, you're sticking to it. You said, we're going to do it this way from now on. And they're kind of like rethinking it like, oh, was that the best idea? They're starting to be like, well, maybe I should have stuck with the old tradition. Maybe I shouldn't have changed that. But they're realizing, like, now that they got their way, now they gotta adhere to it. They got their way, and now they gotta do it. They're stuck with it, and they're starting to like. It's kind of like, oddly enough, I feel like it's almost like the change is hard for them too. Like maybe they weren't as on board with the change as they thought they were. And I don't even think that's it. I feel like it's something about the change. Like I don't feel like the change is as easy as they thought it was gonna be, and they're just kind of like, oh my goodness, oh boy, like I feel like all right, and you're holding them to it. You said like, hey, you want to change this? I heard you. All right, then let's change it. But we're not flitting back and forth. You said change it. You want to change it? I agree. We're changing it, and I'm going forward with that. That's how we're doing it. And they're like, oh boy, because they realized, they got what they wanted. And then they're questioning, did I really want to change that? Like almost like they were pushing their opinion forward, thinking you weren't going to do it. And then when they got their way, they were kind of excited about it. And now they're like, you know what? Maybe I was a little bit ridiculous with that. But now I'm kind of stuck in it because I got you to agree with it, and you said we're sticking with it, and I guess we're sticking with it. I feel like it's a little bit of work for this change to happen. I feel like between the two of you, it takes a bit. But it's worth it. I feel like there's definite gain here. Definite. But it's I feel like it's a work in progress. Things are changing. I feel like because you're making them stick to it, they're getting on board and they're seeing it. Like I feel like it's a bit of a struggle for them, but once it starts going, it still takes a bit of effort on their side, but they're doing well, and I feel like they're seeing where this is going and how it's going to pay off. I do feel like you're enjoying this time with this person. However this is working, I feel like you're really enjoying it. And you're very proud of how it's working out. You feel really good that they're sticking with it. You're kind of making them stick with it. I really feel that's how that's happening. Like they're not going to let you down because you heard them. And they don't want to let you down because if they ever expect you to listen again, they know they got to hold their half of the bargain up, their side of the bargain up, however this is working out. I feel like you're feeling really good about this. There's a lot of peace and calm with this, and I'm really this aqua. It's kind of like just feeling, kind of like going along with it, kind of having a good time, feeling good. Like the situation, I'm not saying it's an easy situation or it doesn't take a lot of effort, but I feel like it takes a bit of effort. But you're comfortable with that. You're just like, you know what? Anything worthwhile takes some effort. So this is fine with me. Steady as she goes. You like that this other person is working with you. I feel like the other person is like dependent on your approval or something about that, and you're more than willing to help. And they're kind of. I almost feel like you're taking on most of the responsibility here anyway, but they're doing what they can, and they're really like doing what they can to keep up. I also feel like they still feel like it's slow moving. Even as we go out of this time period, I feel like they're very happy with the changes. They're very happy that you listened and things are going in a different direction. I just feel like they feel like, that sounds great. It's just taking forever, but they're seeing it. I really feel like they're seeing where this is going, and they're seeing the positive effect. Just, it's kind of like waiting for a holiday to come around. Like it's at the end of the year, and it's the beginning of the year now, and I have to wait forever to get this situation where I want it to be, but it will get there. It's like dedicated effort, because I feel like that was part of the deal. Like it was going to happen. It wasn't all going to happen like this. Like it wasn't going to happen like that. But we're going to go in that way. If you want to do it this way, we'll do it. I feel a little impatience on the other side. I just don't feel like it bothers you. You kind of were expecting it. You're really enjoying the time with this person. I feel like this card right here is saying, it's on lock. Things are going in a great direction. You're feeling really good. This is like it's moving things forward in a great direction. A stable future. This one says you're enjoying the time with this person. It's great. You're very happy to do this. It's really not that you really enjoy change, but this isn't a big deal because it's slow change. Like you're dictating, it's slow change. I feel like that's really what's going on here. I feel like you have a lot of control here. I really do. Okay. I think we actually touched on everything. Because I'm not really getting anything else off this. We went through all the cards here, so that's good. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a good day.